Welcome to the Weekly Coaches Show. I'm here with head men's volleyball coach Nick Marrongelle. How you doing?
Good. How are you?
I'm all right. All right, it's your first time on the show. Let's start off by talking about your coaching philosophy.
So, I've been coaching for 15 years now, and my philosophy is never changed. Communicate, teamwork, enthusiasm, and most importantly, have fun. We can mix those all together. We're in really good shape. Wins or losses don't matter in that aspect. Just enjoy being with your teammates. Enjoy the game for what it is, and that's it.
Yeah, that's a good deal. Now, you say you've been coaching for 15 years. Let's start talking about your background as a coach, what led you to being a coach, and any playing experience.
So, I actually went to undergrad at Susquehanna University for a broadcasting major. Once I hit a dead end, I went back to Blue Mountain High School right down the road and volunteered for their girls volleyball team for 2 years. And then I realized I really like working with the students, so I got a teaching degree. Been teaching at Blue Mountain now for 15 years, but have coached at Pottsville for their men's team, which is now defunct. I coached there for 2 years. Then I was at Blue Mountain for 10 years, from 2011 to 2020, and which brought me to here. So it's a definite change, but it was a worthwhile one because I get to spend more time with my family, not coaching in the fall. Winter season, my kids aren't too busy. So we've had a lot of ups and downs, a lot of wins and losses over the last 15 or so years, but I wouldn't change anything. I enjoy the game. I enjoy working with the student athletes, and that's what keeps me going.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, we're definitely happy to have you, Coach.
Well, I'm happy to be here. Like I said, it's a change of pace. Coaching high school girls to now coaching college guys, it's definitely a change. But like I said, it's a change worth warranting. I mean, these guys are here because they want to learn the game. Wins and losses, I'm not worried about right now. Get them to learn the game. So we're building a program block by block. So get all the core facets, get the mechanisms down of the sport, and then we really get into the mental game later. But as long as they're enjoying it and having fun, we just got done spring workouts weeks ago, right before the kids left for summer break. But they've taken to the game quickly and they're learning. And that's the key when they're doing it for the first time.
Yeah, that's good. That's all that really matters, the effort part, to be honest.
Yeah, so it's a tough challenge, but it's a challenge that these guys are willing to take on and try to succeed at. And they just need a little bit of guidance to lead them there, and hopefully that's what I'm providing for them.
Absolutely. Now, it's the first year of us having a men's volleyball team, and we're probably the only team. We are the only team in the PSUAC. Just talk about the excitement leading up to the season.
It's going to be neat, even though the PSUAC doesn't have men's volleyball. We're still going to go play NAIA, Division III teams, and like I said, wins, losses don't matter. The goal is try to get better with every practice and every game. And if we can do that, wins will come. It might not come right away. Look, it'd be awesome to go undefeated. First year on campus would be great, but I want to try to be realistic at the same time. So trying to counterbalance that, because at Blue Mountain we did a lot of winning, and I was always proud of that because we had a lot of talented players, a lot of talented kids in the gym over here too. But again, they're learning the game for the first time, so it's going to take a little bit. Like I said, I don't expect to be undefeated right away. If we are, awesome. If we have a winning record, terrific. If we don't, that's okay too, as long as we are getting better along the way. That's the key, I believe, to building a successful program, especially from where we're starting.
Absolutely. Now, do you want to touch on the roster a little bit? Like, how's recruiting going?
So recruiting is definitely a challenge because I was never used to it before. I've coached high school ball for 15 years. So that's a game changer for sure. So I went up into District 2, District 3 down in Berks County. So I'm trying to keep it local for now. I actually just reached out on field level. It was the program that I like using. I just reached out to a kid from New York. I've been reaching out to the West Coast. So the goal is to build a roster the way that I would like to build it. I want kids who are going to communicate, who are team first. So that's really important. It's Penn State degree. Again, at the end of the day too. And those two names together really count for a lot. So the recruiting aspect has been interesting. So it's definitely a challenge.
Now you touched on you wanting your players to put the team first and communicate. Talk about what else a student athlete should exemplify.
So basically what I look for is, again, players who are willing to work together and be cohesive. And what I mean by that is are we going to have the same vision? Are we all worried about wins or losses, or are we all worried about getting better? Because again, these guys are learning the game for the very first time.
Yeah.
And every drill we do is something new for them. But as we continue to go, you can kind of see, even when we go through rotations, they're learning to get out of each other's way, work together, and along with that comes a lot of communication. So really, the more they talk with each other on the court, the more success they're going to have. But I also see when they started coming into practices, they're all coming in together.
That's good.
So it shows me that they're starting to build some kind of foundation outside the gym.
Absolutely.
And that might even be more important than what they're building on the court, because they all have that cohesiveness. They all have that drive to want to get better, right? The guys who come into this gym, they want to be here. They want to learn the game. So that in itself is really important. You don't always get that. But for a school that's having its first team ever, seeing the interest and seeing them come in all at the same time and ready to work, it's phenomenal. I really enjoy seeing that out of them.
And I believe that's a great foundation to build on as you progress over the years.
That's right. We talk about building blocks, and the guys are going to be working together. And every class we bring in that's new, we're going to get to build on that.
Absolutely.
So it's just been a lot of fun so far. I've really enjoyed working with the guys. I hope they've enjoyed working with me. At least I think they have. So, again, just building that foundation just to get better and better every day it passes by.
All right,
and we'll be in good shape.
That's great. Now, speaking of foundation, where do you see the program at in 10 years? 10 years from now?
Ooh, well, I expect to be competing for championships at that point.
Yep.
I mean, 5 years is a little different because we're still building, but 10 years, you want to find the right student athletes that fit into what we're looking for. And I believe if we can continue to succeed and win, I think that's going to start driving more interest into the program.
Absolutely.
So especially from the local kids who might not, I'm not necessarily looking for the best of the best on teams around the area. I'm looking for guys who just are interested in playing. Because those best of the best, they're going to go to Division 1, 2 schools, so on and so forth. So, but again, they get a Penn State degree. They get to continue playing volleyball. And they didn't have to be the best on their high school teams to have success here. We'll still be able to have success getting from the middle of the pack. And hopefully, one day we drive towards getting those best of the best who really aren't sure if they want to play Division 1 or 2 volleyball, but they still want to play. And they still want to earn a Penn State degree. So there's a lot of different ways in which we can go with it, but I expect to be competing for championships no matter what level we're playing at.
Absolutely. That's the goal, Coach. That's a good deal. We'll wish you the best of luck on that. Welcome aboard, man.
Thank you very much.
I'm
looking forward to it. It's hard to believe that in about 7 months, we're going to be out on that floor. Playing live volleyball. So it's just a joy to be here, and the faculty and staff has been nothing but outstanding and welcoming to me in this newest endeavor for me. So I'm excited to get going, and I know the guys are too.
Yeah. Well, like I said, best of luck, Coach.
Thank you.
See you guys next week.